Hello, dear students. There's one question from internal reconstruction. I already given to you as an assignment and hope you all submitted the assignment. So let us check our problem here. It's a question from internal reconstruction. There's a balance sheet given, balance sheet of R&R Limited. They decided to have an internal reconstruction, and from the balance sheet it is clear that there's a total asset of rupees 5 lakh and total liabilities of rupees 5 lakh. Asset includes intangible asset goodwill, fixed assets like freehold property, leasehold property, plant and machinery, then investment and current asset, then fictitious assets, share issue expenses, and there is an accumulated loss, profit and loss account balance. And in the liability side, equity, preference share capital, equity share capital, security premium account, then debenture holders, interest accrued thereon, then creditors for goods and creditors for expenses. So total 5 lakh rupees. These are the additional informations given to you. So while doing this type of problems, we should carefully read these additional informations. So there is a arrear for preference dividend for 2 years. Then, as you know, in case of internal reconstruction, 2-3 activities are there. There is an alteration of share capital, reduction of share capital, revaluation of assets and liabilities. So all these things will comes here. So we will check one by one. The first one, it is 10% cumulative preference shares of rupees 10 each to be reduced to rupees 8 per share. So that it is a capital reduction. Then equity shares of rupees 10 each also reduced to rupees 4 per share. That means equity shareholders must be ready to sacrifice 6 per share towards the company. Then there is a consolidation of these shares into a shares of rupees 10 each. You know, in case of consolidation, there will be no change in the total amount of capital. It will lead to a change in the number of shares issued. Then there is a details regarding authorized capital. It's okay. Then uh, preference dividend arrear. I told you there is an arrear for preference dividend for 2 years. The company decided to issue one equity share of rupees 10 each for every rupees 40 of gross preference dividend in arrears. So preference shareholders are given equity shares of rupees 10 each against the dues of preference dividend arrear. Then another thing is debenture holders. They agreed to take over the freehold property, but the company revalued the freehold property at rupees 1,30,000. The balance amount it is paid by the debenture holders to the company. They decided to write off fictitious and intangible asset. We know. Then the following assets were revalued as given below. Leasehold property to rupees 80,000, plant and machinery to rupees 50,000, current asset rupees 40,000. Then the company realized or sold its investment of rupees 25,000 and they realized only rupees 10,000. That means they had a loss of rupees 15,000. Then the case of security premium account, they decided to utilize it for internal reconstruction process. Here in this problem, we require to prepare journal entries, capital reduction account, cash account, and balance sheet. So, okay, let's start the solution. So here one by one we will discuss in detail. So first there is a dividend idea for 2 years. So there is a preference share capital of rupees 1 lakh and their dividend percentage it is 10%. So the ideal dividend will be 10% of rupees 1 lakh for 2 years. So it will be 2 lakh 20,000 rupees. 10% is 10% of 1 lakh, that it is 10,000 for 1 year. Then so for it is 2 years it will become 20,000 rupees. Then next one, it is regarding cumulative preference shares. They decided to reduce the rupees 10 shares rupees 10 each to be reduced to rupees 8 per share. 10 രൂപയുടെ ഷെയർ 8 രൂപയുടെ ഷെയർ ആക്കിയിട്ട് കൺവേർട്ട് ചെയ്തു. That means it's a case of capital reduction. So the entry will be like this one. 10% of preference share capital account at 1 lakh. 10 രൂപയുടെ ഷെയർ capital. It will be cancelled. Then it is converted to a preference share of rupees 8 each. So 10% preference share capital 80,000. So the remaining amount they transferred to capital reduction. ഇപ്പോൾ 2 രൂപ വെച്ചിട്ട് preference share holders capital reductionലേക്ക് contribute ചെയ്തു എന്ന് പറയാം. Okay, the second case it is regarding equity share. Equity share of rupees 10 each to be reduced to 4 per share. 10 രൂപയുള്ള equity share 4 രൂപയാക്കി convert ചെയ്തു. And rupees 6 per share will be transferred to capital reduction account. It will be shown as the entry will be equity share capital account at rupees 2,50,000 which was cancelled. Then to equity share capital to be reduced to 4 per share, 4 paid up. So total will be 1 lakh. The difference 1,50,000 transferred to capital reduction. Okay. Then the company decided to consolidate both the equity share and preference shares to the shares of rupees 10 each. At present, preference share capital, the 10% preference share capital are of rupees 8. You could see in the first entry. 10 രൂപയുള്ള ഷെയർ ഞങ്ങൾ 8 രൂപയാക്കിയിട്ട് മാറ്റിയിട്ടുണ്ട്, റെഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. അതുപോലെ 10 രൂപയുള്ള ഷെയർ ഇക്വിറ്റി ഷെയർ 4 രൂപയായിട്ട് റെഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. So here we are consolidating this preference share of rupees 8 rupees and equity share of rupees 4 rupees to the shares of rupees 10 each. So there will be no change in the total amount or total capital. There will be change only in the number of equity shares and preference shares. So consolidation is over. The next one it is regarding the issue of new equity shares to the preference shareholders against their dividend or arrear dividend. As we worked out in the first slide, the total arrear was 20,000 rupees. Total arrear, it was 20,000 rupees, and the company decided to issue one equity share for every 40 rupees. So the total number of shares to be issued will be 20,000 divided by 40, 500 shares of rupees 10 each. So total it is rupees 5,000. So the entry will be capital reduction account at 2 equity share capital. Amount it is 5,000. So capital reduction account at 2 equity share capital. ഇവിടെ ഞങ്ങൾ ഡെബിറ്റ് ചെയ്തിരിക്കുന്നത് capital reduction ആണ്. കാരണം it is not an existing liability. പുതുതായിട്ടുള്ള ലാബിലിറ്റി ആണ്. നമ്മുടെ ബാലൻസ് ഷീറ്റിൽ തന്നിട്ടുള്ള ഒരു ലാബിലിറ്റി അല്ല അരിയർ ഡിവിഡൻഡ് എന്ന് പറയുന്നത്. ബാലൻസ് ഷീറ്റിന് പുറത്ത് തന്നിരിക്കുന്നതാണ്. ഇപ്പൊ നിലവിലൊരു ലാബിലിറ്റി ക്യാൻസൽ ചെയ്യാനാണെന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ it should be debit. So as it is not an existing liability, capital reduction account it is debited. Yes, next one it is regarding freehold property. The company revalued freehold property at rupees 1,30,000 and debenture holders are agreed to take over the freehold property and paid the balance to the company after satisfying their claim. So we need to check what the amount due to debenture holders first. So here it is freehold property. In the balance sheet it is 75,000. Now it is revalued as 1,30,000. They took over against their claims. Then debenture holders. നമ്മുടെ കമ്പനിയിൽ നിന്ന് ഡിബഞ്ചർ ഹോൾഡേഴ്സിന് ഞങ്ങൾ കൊടുക്കാനുള്ളത് the debenture capital of rupees 80,000 and accrued interest thereon rupees 4,000. So total 84,000 rupees was due to them. So against 84,000 they took over our freehold property of rupees 1,30,000. So the entry will be first appreciation in the value of freehold property account at 2 capital reduction 55,000. 75,000 ആയിരുന്നു ഫ്രീ ഹോൾഡ് പ്രോപ്പർട്ടിയുടെ ബാലൻസ് ഷീറ്റിലുള്ള വാല്യൂ. പിന്നീട് അത് 1,30,000 ആയിട്ട് റീവാല്യൂ ചെയ്തു. അപ്പം 55,000 appreciation is there. It is transferred to capital reduction account. Then this one is regarding the debenture holders to cover the freehold property against their claims. So debenture holders in the claim എന്ന് പറയുന്നത് 84,000 ആണ്. Then balance amount 46,000. It is given to the company. So cash account debtor 46,000, debenture capital account debtor 80,000, interest accrued thereon 4,000, and so total freehold property it is 1,30,000. Then it is regarding revaluation of assets. The company revalued the following assets as per given below. As it is shown here, leasehold property revalued to rupees 80,000, plant and machinery 50,000, current assets 40,000. So leasehold property reduced by 20,000, plant and machinery 10,000, current assets also 20,000. അപ്പോൾ അസറ്റിന്റെ വാല്യൂ റെഡ്യൂസ് ചെയ്യാന്ന് പറയുമ്പോൾ asset that are reduced amount of asset must be credited and the capital reduction account will be debited. The entry will be like this: capital reduction account debtor 50,000 to leasehold property 20,000, because leasehold property reduced by 20,000, land and machinery 10, and current asset is rupees 10,000. Then it is regarding the realization of investment. Investments realized rupees 10,000. So the entries will be, actually we know on the balance sheet it is given as 25,000, but it is realized for rupees 10,000. So bank account debtor 10,000. Then loss on sale of investment 15,000 to investment account 25,000. So there is a loss on sale of investment. It must be adjusted to capital reduction account. So one more entry it is written there: capital reduction account debtor to loss on investment account. The direct ആയിട്ട് ഒരു എൻട്രിയിൽ കാണിക്കാൻ പറ്റും ബാങ്ക് അക്കൗണ്ട് ഡെറ്റർ, ക്യാപിറ്റൽ റിഡക്ഷൻ അക്കൗണ്ട് ഡെറ്റർ ടു ഇൻവെസ്റ്റ്മെന്റ് എന്ന് പറഞ്ഞിട്ട് ഡീറ്റെയിൽ ആയിട്ട് പറഞ്ഞത് മാത്രം. ഓക്കെ. Then it is security premium. The company decided to utilize security premium for internal reconstruction purpose. So its entry will be like this: security premium account debtor to capital reduction 25,000. Then it is regarding the last part, the reduction, writing of all the intangible and fictitious assets. The entry will be like this. There are 3 items I told in the first slide. Goodwill 50,000 rupees, share issue expenses 20,000, and profit and loss account 1,10,000. So total 1,80,000 utilized from capital reduction account to write off these fictitious and accumulated losses. Now we are moving to the preparation of assets balance sheet. On the asset side, only these 4 items will remain: leasehold property, plant and machinery, and current assets in its new value or revalued figure, and a cash of rupees 56,000. Cash, you know, 10,000 by way of sale of investment, and 46 received from debenture holders as the balance amount of freehold property. Then we are moving to the liability side of the balance sheet. Authorized capital, equity capital and preference share capital it is shown here. Then total paid up capital, preference share capital it is 80,000, and equity share capital it is 1,05,000. 1,05,000 already existing capital plus 5,000 newly issued to preference shareholders against their arrear dividend. Then these 2 figures are already existing in the balance sheet creditors, 11,000 and 30,000. So the total it is 2,26,000. All other assets, goodwill, profit and loss account, fictitious assets, share issue expenses, always removed from the balance sheet as it is written off. So this is what is about the balance sheet of the company after its reconstruction. So okay, all these are regarding the problem. So this is the way how to solve problems like this of internal reconstruction. Okay, thank you all.